The Tony Fini Story, From a Vision to Reality. Antonio Tony Fini was born on the 18th of November 1931 in Casale, a small provincial village in the shadow of the famous and majestic Maella in the mighty Apennine Mountains in the province of Chieti, which is in the Abruzzo region in Italy. It was in this loving but hard and fast environment that Il Piccolo Antonio, as well as being instilled with his family values, for which Italians are renowned, learned the art of farming, assisting his parents on the land by working closely with them. At the same time, he was able to expand on his skills as a tradesperson by gaining valuable experience at a local level, working on many different facets of the construction and development industry within the region. However, as a young man, he had a yearning for adventure, wanting to make his mark on life and to seek his fame and wealth, but knowing that to do so, he'd have to leave his beloved Casale, his family, and an Italy ravaged by war. At the tender age of 19, and with the assistance of his mother, who finally bowed to his spirit of endeavor and adventure, a bold but determined Antonio decided that his destiny was to seek his future in Australia, with a promise, like so many migrants before him and after him, and return to his native home with his newfound prosperity. Tony arrived at the port of Fremantle in Western Australia in October 1951, disembarking from the good ship Roma, determined and ready and enthusiastic for immediate work. Eager to prove himself to his friends who had sponsored him from Italy, Antonio was immediately into the swing of things, throwing himself into a work environment that was unforgiving, with a requirement for blood, sweat and tears, due to the demanding hard physical labor in a variety of fields of endeavor. These included bricklaying, plastering, painting, and even working in the mining industry in Three Springs. But Tony, as he was by now known, had a passion for the construction industry. Following the purchase of his first block of land in Bentley, on which he built his first home, then followed the building of a second home in St. James. Tony established Fini Homes in 1955, later to become the Fini Group of Companies. From a modest beginning of about 15 to 20 houses built per year, and surviving an initial financial crisis which hit the building industry in 1960, Fini Homes soon regrouped. Driven by a sheer will to succeed, his determination and contagious enthusiasm and exuberance, Tony was the catalyst which saw the company expand with the construction of hundreds of homes during the boom period which followed in the 1960s and 1970s. He was joined by his brother Charlie and friend Ernie Sermon, and thus commenced his formal venture as a builder of homes on a commercial scale. By the mid-1970s, under Tony's creative guidance, foresight and intuition, the company was able to expand as a developer of real estate, subdividing land and creating new suburbs and districts, thus establishing itself as one of Western Australia's premier privately owned developers of real estate, and with a natural progression into multi-residential and commercial construction. Following a visit to the United States in the late 1970s, Tony, a much focused and generous and community-minded person, became very interested in the concept of retirement village lifestyles, which added a quality of life for the elderly. By the early 1980s, Tony had already advanced plans to build what was to be the first of many retirement villages, completing Bibra Parklands in Bibra Lake in the mid-1980s, and to be followed over the ensuing years by 6 other retirement villages, including Timberside in Woodvale, Harbourside in Mindarie, and Parklands in Mandurah. With the rapid expansion of the Fini Group of Companies in the 1980s, and to assist with the effective administration of the company, eldest son Donato joined as a project estimator and manager, then followed by second son Adrian as managing director, and youngest daughter Nadia as project director. Despite a slight downturn in the construction industry early in the 1980s, the Fini Group not only regrouped, but also consolidated even more as a company, expanding its construction arm to such an extent that it was now recognized as one of the leading builder developers in Western Australia. During this period, the company initiated many important and major building projects, and achieving the impressive total of the completion of over 700 apartments per year in the early 1990s. With its trademark quality product and a progressive and innovative approach to the construction industry, the Fini Group of companies enjoyed immense success and professional recognition, thanks largely to Tony's continued vision, passion and intuitiveness, and a thorough understanding and knowledge of the industry, just like a master tradesman. The company has won many awards for outstanding achievement and excellence in a variety of building categories, both at a state, national and international level, and the winning tradition continues to this very day. These awards include St James Estate Northbridge, FIA BCI International Millennium 2000 Prix d'Excellence for World Excellence in Residential Real Estate, the Palladio Housing Industry Association Australian High Density Project of the Year 2000, Villa Medici Master Builders Association Excellence in Construction, Action Mega Centre and Centrelink Master Builders Association Certificate of Excellence, Eshed Markets Hartley Point and Fremantle Chamber of Commerce Business Award Best Tourism Operator Year 2000. Among the major projects of the 1990s for the Fini Group of companies, as well as the award-winning St James Estate in Northbridge, there were others that followed. Rialto Terrace Apartments, Majestic Quay, Coolbellup Renewal, Apollo Quay, Harbour Village, Panorama Tower. However, despite the tumultuous expansion and success of the company, Tony's sense of community spirit and involvement did not diminish, and during this time, Tony continued to dedicate himself to charitable projects, particularly within the Italian community, including sporting, business, regional and recreational clubs, and aged home projects. While Tony excelled in his field of endeavour, seemingly as he neared retirement, he was to revisit some of his childhood memories and experiences, particularly his early involvement in assisting his parents in his hometown of Casserley when working on the land. It was his dream to look at primary production, and by the late 1990s, it already initiated plans for a blue gum plantation in Albany and Fini Olive Grove in Gingin in 2001. Whilst the Fini building division was sold to the Mirvac Group in 2001 and Adrian Fini became the Chief Executive Officer of Mirvac Fini Group, Tony was already focused on his newfound passion and his new chapter in life, primary produce. Tony's blue gum plantations were established on 2 properties in Albany. Stony Tree Farm, 50 kilometres east of Albany, has 460 hectares of eucalypt globules, commonly known as Tasmanian blue gum. These trees are grown for export as wood chips and for making high-quality paper. Tony recently purchased Salopia Downs, 55 kilometres east of Albany, with again another commercial plantation of Tasmanian blue gum for pulp. The Fini Olive Grove in Gingin is on a sprawling 1,200-hectare former cattle country, about 125 kilometres from Perth, and hosting a 400-hectare grove of more than 100,000 olive trees. Tony's vision has become reality, and he's now moved into olive oil production. However, his vision also includes the eventual development of a major tourist resort complex to complement Fini Olives. Tony has trodden many a pathway in his journey through life, accepting the challenges and the newfound experiences in reaching his personal goals. No matter the pathway or the journey, Tony's determination and his vision for the future will never be diminished.